Welcome to Blackboard Tips and Tricks with Professor Ron. Today, we're going to take a look at how to use Pronto inside Blackboard Ultra. Let's dive in. Start here, and I'm going to scroll down, and I see Pronto Instant Messenger. Let's click that now. Okay, launching the LTI tool, and that's it. It's really that simple. We're right here inside of Pronto. So this is how you get in there and get going with getting messages. Typing messages, student to student, teacher student, student teacher. Cool, isn't that awesome? Yeah. Now I'm not going to enable desktop notifications because most of my Pronto work is going to be through my phone. But if you wanted to enable applications on the computer and or the phone, one or the other or both, all good. That's totally up to you. I would recommend that you have notifications, whichever one you use the most, make sure you've got notifications turned on for either or so that you get any messages that you need to get. It's going to be important. You don't want to miss anything. So for now, I'm turning this off, but you can enable it here if you want to do that. So, all right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and post a message that explains that what I'm doing because this is actually a live class. So as soon as they see me here, people want to chat and ask questions, and I love it. It's awesome. It's great. But since this is a live class and I'm showing some action, I have gotten questions about the application and how to do this and how to do that and how to do things in the class. And there's a practice quiz that students are working on, and there's lots of questions on, how do I do this or how come this goes this way? So I do have some prepared notes that I'm going to start with first. First, I'm just going to put out there, hey, I'm testing, so, give me a moment. The class just started on the 26th. We're on day 2, the 27th. And whenever you're watching this video, the dates maybe not so relative because you're just going to be watching this video to learn a little bit about Pronto, but pretty much everything it can do, I hope, in a short and sweet video. So I'm going to bring notes over. Let me copy and paste my notes, and I'm going to let them know, hey, I'm here, but I'm testing. All right, so I got my notes. Hi, everyone. I'm currently testing the Pronto technology. I will be posting a few test files, and then I will launch a practice meeting. Please ignore the testing and do not comment until I complete my test run of this application. I will post a note once the testing is complete. Thanks, Mr. S. Okay, let's post that now. Hopefully this kind of keeps things smoothing in a live class test. Normally I wouldn't test in a live class, but I'm just getting some questions, not only about Pronto, but the bigger, more important questions are probably about how to use honor lock in the class. And so the whole goal is I need to post a message here very quickly to kind of solve some problems or things that are happening with a new application we're using called honor lock. So that's really the mission behind this is I got to tell them something, but I also have students asking about what's up with this Pronto. How do I do that too? But let's answer the bigger question of how do we take care of all this Pronto stuff? So I'm going to copy and paste my welcome message. I don't always copy and paste. In this case, it's prepared, but typically it's all organic where I'm chatting with the student about something or a class. I'm just, typing it through. So I'm going to post another message here. It's a prepared note or message, and welcome to American music. Music appreciation, American music. I'm teaching both of those classes. In this case, we're looking at our American music V01. So. Welcome to American Music. The first thing you need to do in American Music, start your module, watch the Edpuzzle how-to videos, then take the Honor Lock practice quiz. Okay, just making sure. I'm kind of going to bombard with some notes, but really more the students in my courses need this stuff. I have another prepared note I'm going to give. Okay, this is all honor lock stuff. Okay, and I'm going to do one more honor lock. Just all, because it's kind of very detailed. That's why I do notes. I do notes when it's like emergency or details or really big technical questions. But again, mostly we want to make this real and organic, of course. So I've got for the online practice quiz, you do not have to take it multiple times to get 100%. This is just for you to practice using the technology. Whatever grade you get, if I can even say it correctly, I will override everyone's grade, give them 100. It's just for practice. So Point is to make sure you understand how to use honor lock before we get to the regular course quizzes and exams. I put a nice mister and didn't even copy the whole thing that I wanted to copy. So that's the cool thing too. I mean, you can make a mistake, you can edit, it's all good. I just want to come over here and hey, I need to put Mr. S. We're not perfect, fix the spelling, add. I want to be more than a mister. And just there's an example of how to edit. I guess I could add. Well, can I add my own smiley face? Let me give myself a thumbs up. I just gave myself a thumbs up. See, seen by. I can delete. Add different reactions. Maybe go over here and maybe just do a different reaction. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Hearts. Crying. Ooh. A sad tear. So you got the laughy haha smiley thing, the wow, the tear. Yeah. So I mean, some different kind of emoticons, emojis right there. This one I'll go ahead and add something like that. Just running these things as tests. If I want to try something different, I can do that. Like wow, I'm really surprised. I guess that's what it is. I'm going to put the next note here. Okay, more honor lock. You do get unlimited attempts. It's just for practice, so don't worry if you do not get the answers correct. Just take the quiz without looking up the answer. If you do not know the answer, just guess, as the quiz is solely for practice. As long as you answer each question, I will give a grade override to the 100% if every question was attempted. So there's a grade override. It's just for practice. I put real questions for the practice though, but consider it, I guess, for my classes like a pre-test, but I fix the grade anyway. I just want students to know how to use the tech. I want it to be friendly. We're going to post that message. I'll go ahead and give myself another something. How about a thumbs up? Okay. So that's in a prepared note scenario. I'm going to go ahead and actually type something live now. Then I'll come back to, I'm going to make it full screen as well. So I'm not using those notes. So I'm going to say, hello, I am still testing, but the honor lock notes are real notes that apply to this class. Hello, I am still testing, but the honor lock notes are real notes that apply to this class. You can just put, but the honor lock notes apply to this class. I'll fix that a little bit. Okay. Hello, I am still testing, but the honor lock notes apply to this class. Okay, maybe I don't need the period necessarily, but for testing purposes, let's just keep this rolling. Now I'm going to put another one. Maybe before I try a practice recording, I want to come back out of here and let's just maybe add I'm going to clear the notes. I don't think I need the prepared notes. The rest I'll just type live. So I'll minimize just in case. I don't think I'll need it, but I'm going to go to my Pronto folder and just basically test the attachments. So when you're looking at Pronto, there's just all these really cool things. Remember, you can enable notifications on both or one or the other, computer or phone. And then when you are looking at I can actually just put the cursor in the box and just go at it and start typing. You can hit here plus, and then you got actions over here where you can do all these cool things. Let me make that bigger so you can kind of see this a little cleaner. So I'm in the box. I want to type. I just put the cursor in the box and go. I just put hi, still testing. Just put something in there. Hi, still testing. It's like I'm moving around the mic trying to make sure I spell everything right. Again, all testing purposes. If I make a mistake or whatever, go back and fix it. Search in South Texas College. Got the camera and some cool stuff. But so we got the cursor and type in the box. We're good to go there. If we want to take a look at this feature right here, click in the you can plus sign. It's like, is that a plus? And then it turns into an X or whatever. But you're clicking that plus, and you've got an option for direct message. So you can send a direct message. That's a private message. We've got group creation. where professors can create groups if given permission. The group capability can be very cool for like, group projects and that, and that kind of stuff. So you can, students make groups, professor make group, join a group, announcements, tasks, that kind of thing. It's very cool. So private messages or DMs, direct messages. And if you think it would benefit the class, just post it in the class if you think that might be beneficial. But if it's very super specific to you or about grades or personal kind of things that are still related to the class, just keep things private that should be private. But if it's something public about an assignment that might help someone else, just think about what's appropriate in terms of a private message and a public form message, because everyone in the class sees all the messages. So that's pretty simple. You have a question about your grade on a particular assignment, send a DM. You have an issue with technology, or like something with honor lock isn't working, or the internet went down, or something like that. I think if in an internet situation, that's more like it could just be like your area or something like that. So that still may be more of a DM scenario, but if it's about a grade or about internet, and the list could go on and on in terms of sending a DM, i.e. private message. But if it's a question about like how do you do an assignment, or some honor lock is not working, or the question on a quiz, maybe the answer key was wrong, or you're having an issue with particular assignment because you're not quite understanding maybe some content flow or whatever it may be, there may be something where if it would benefit the class, if it's about the content of the class, or if it's about you're having trouble finding something, you're trying to figure out like, how do I do this assignment, or something's not working inside of Blackboard or whatever app we're using, please consider posting that here, because it's probably going to help a lot more people. A lot of times students are facing similar issues, and just spread the joy, spread the word. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. Keep things private that should be private, and if it's going to benefit other students, that doesn't break any confidentiality and all that, that's very, very important. We keep that in mind, please. All right, now if I look over here, we've got so I've already ran through emojis. Now it brings up more. Obviously I made the screen bigger, and it's like now you can go through, and we don't want to get too emoji happy necessarily, but you do have a lot of options with emoticons, emojis, frequently used, smiles, emotions, and then just other features that you feel like could be appropriate. Have fun, have a blast, but keep it fun, keep it friendly. So that's a little, well, I'll do the GIF in a second, but this is always a hoot, like animals in nature. It's just cool, it's like I got to go back to give like the shout out to all the animals and fruit, and it's like there's like just cool things that you can kind of tinker around with that you might feel would be appropriate. Now if I come over here, this is really cool. It's the argument, like, do I say GIF or do I say GIF? And the person that created it says we should say this. Look, that's going to be debated for I don't know how many years, but either way, GIF or GIF. The cool thing with doing these basically animated little pictures here, if I just put in, say, like, wow, animated picture, short animated movie picture-ish kind of thing, and I just select one, and then I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to say still testing, just so people know I'm still testing. And then I give myself, let's add a reaction. Let's see, and instead of just the straight up, so on the reactions that I was doing earlier with these basic reactions, when I get into like more, I'm gonna, in terms of frequently used, smileys, emoticons, reactions. Obviously, this is just the full scale of emoticons, reactions, fun and games kind of thing. I'm gonna add, just for fun, I'm just gonna add did he go? Well, I tried to. Oh, I got a hit. Just added a puppy dog. Still testing. Okay, so I'm just kind of having a good time with all these tests. Now I want to add a few documents, but I'm going to make a note. I'm going to put I am about to test document attachments. I am about to test document attachments. Like it's like always micro checking, spelling. Okay, and even if I miss something, not a big deal. You can fix it. So why don't I just go one by one just to see. Here is an attachment. I'm just attaching a docx file, and we're just kind of checking to see, hey, how is this going to work out okay? And we're going to go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So Word, Microsoft Word, docx file, success. And what if I add in, say, like the course syllabus? It's a PDF attachment. Drag and drop. Good to go. And I'm just going to hit return on my Mac here. And going. Pretty cool, right? Now, what if I hit the attachment icon? The easy thing is just to drag and drop like you've seen me do, but I can just attachment icon and then click my folder and say, okay, what's next? Let's do Mr. S HEIC, which is a picture from my phone, my cell phone. Will it take it? Of course it does. I mean, you can click on stuff and it pulls it up. Where you see, whoa, that's the syllabus. Isn't that cool? Yeah, cool. Now let's X out of that. Click on A World Without Music. Now this one, it's going to download. I'm not going to get the preview there. If I click on Mr. S HEIC, a snapshot from my cell phone, same thing. It's going to download. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take some of this off. I don't want all my stuff to be downloaded. I just wanted to show you how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the Word document, but this shows you, hey, you can upload a Word document if that was part of the class. This docx file, Microsoft Word. Whether docx, the different file, it's going to take a lot of different file formats. It's going to take. That's if you need it or it's required. It's pretty robust. There's not. So far so good. Now I've tested this before, but I wanted to show the class. So it's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove that since we're good with the test on that one. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm good with the test on the cell phone picture that came straight from my phone. So I'm going to take that off too. And now I'm going to leave the syllabus there for just a moment. I mean, that's applicable actually to the class straight up. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that there, at least for now, and maybe that'll stay. We'll see. Now, I want to also take a look at, you got a problem with the class. It's a technology problem, and I might ask you to do a screen video or to do a screenshot. I'm not going to put all the codes on how to do that because people use different computers like Chromebook and PC and Mac, so you can check out those shortcuts on how to do all that. But I'm going to just basically I want to drag and drop a screenshot. Then I'm going to click on it and show you. Here's my screenshot. It's right there. Well, let me go ahead and. Okay, it's still going. Well, I hope it works. Oh, yeah, I got it. Let me X out. Okay, I just had to click below the screenshot so that I could. And that's where it might get tricky. So I pressed enter over top of the screenshot, it didn't quite work. So when I drag and drop the screenshot, and it's there, the cursor's right there, and I'm hitting the return button on my Mac, and it's like nothing's. So I just need to bring the cursor down to where it says type a message, get it in there, and then hit enter, return. You're good to go. Okay. And then if I want to do the same thing, let's take the the paper clip. And I want to do it that way because you're more comfortable there. That's all you got to do. Still testing. Okay, so it's a lot of testing, I know. Like bombarding the class. Sorry about that. Again, I just want to get the honor log stuff out there, but also show students how to do all this. I guess trying to achieve two very important things at the same time. Now, let me go back over and we're going to test M4As. So let's see if I were to bring over the M4A, can I put it in there? All right, and go on now. And then I'm going to open it. Okay, so I'd have to, not going to do an in mode preview for M4A or MP3. In this case, this is an M4A, but whether it's M4A, WAV file, MP3, it's all going to work. You'd have to upload it and then download it. You're not going to get the preview on something like that. PDFs give you PDFs, PNGs. You're going to get previews on some of these things now. It's like, am I missing it? Just making sure. So you see, like, if I click on the preview, it pops up. Makes it bigger for the screenshot. And if I go to the PDF, I can see the preview inside Pronto. I click on the GIF or GIF file, however you want to say it. You get the preview, hit the X, get out of there. So I already took off, the other ones. But I think we're getting the idea on this. Now, if I want to, upload MP4, MOV, let's see if I were to drag and drop, or if you use the paperclip to do it. Let's see how successful that is. It's there. It's rolling. It's almost done. You can see the meter if you look real close. Okay, so it's grayed out because I pressed return before it was actually done uploading. Not always a great idea, but it would still go, but it is safer to watch that little meter that you were seeing in the bottom left. But, it's playing. So, isn't that kind of cool? Yeah, I'll leave that alone. Now I'm going to try, just as another practice, why don't I do this as, it's good to put the paperclip there, select the MOV file, and I'm going to leave it alone for a second and double check, keep an eye on that meter, and come back. It's all the test files pretty much. Now, see, it looks like we're doing pretty good. And for this, you can see if there's a video in there, like you can download it. You can change the playback speed, 0.5, 0.75, normal, 1.25, 1.5. It's so robust. You can do picture-in-picture. How cool is that? I can do this. This is really cool. Now I'd have to exit picture-in-picture. Let's see if I can layer this. It looks like it's going to bring it outside on that particular thing, but I just have to minimize, just make it a little bit smaller, because when I maximize, it's outside of the window. But picture-in-picture seems to work pretty sweet here. It's all like stuff that it really depends on the class or course. Maybe you use some of these things, maybe you don't, but it's good to know like what things can do, so that when you have to do an assignment or communicate with the professor, teacher, mentor, and maybe there's some kind of requirement, or maybe you have to make a quick video because it's just quicker to show something instead of emailing for 3 or 4 days. So this is still running. And the other video is fine. You can see.
And percussion. That's what.
Say I pressed play too soon. Okay, I'm going to X out of the picture-in-picture. I'm going to go ahead and take this one off and just let this one keep going. But if you don't press play, it's all good. I've got it muted right now though, so I unmute it. Bring it down a little bit.
On Schermerhorn.
Maybe I want to rewind. So the download, the playback speed, the picture-picture, we've kind of all got the flow of all that, and I make it full screen. Isn't that cool? Nice, right? One more time. Whoa, wicked. I'm gonna escape out of there. All right, so it's still doing its thing. I want to leave that alone for a second. Now, if I do a discount double check on maybe something like this, let's take a look at just one more quick second at the HEIC file from my iPhone. And it looks like it is loading for the preview, so probably that typically works, but I was definitely curious. I'm going to wait a second and come back. Let me go ahead and let me hit return so it goes through 100% so it can complete the upload. Then let me go ahead and re-click the HEIC file. Yeah, it's saying download. I was kind of hoping I could get the full preview. I mean, well, I mean, look, maybe that does work. Maybe I'm missing something, but the whole point is not for perfection here today, is just to know the capabilities, so you're able to use everything. Now this one's still running here. We're going to check that one more time. Yeah, so it looks like whether it's WAV, M4A, MP3, probably just a download scenario. The HEICs, while the PNG screenshot shows, this is just a computer screenshot that comes through as a PNG file. Okay, so now when you see that the video is not great anymore, while it did let me actually hit on my Mac return and then put it on Pronto, it was still like uploading. That's why it looked a little bit grayed out earlier. It was finishing the upload. So I deleted the other one so I'm not bogging down the system. So I put it there, but it was still running the upload to the app. Okay. So let's see, what else can I show you? It's a lot of cool stuff, I hope. Let me post a note. I'm about to run a test video meeting, video and audio. I'm about to run a test video and audio meeting. How's that? I'm about to run a test video and audio meeting. I mean, I guess that works. I didn't prepare those notes, so I'm like typing them out straight up. I'm about to run a test video and audio meeting. Okay, how many times can I say that? Well, I don't think I can't talk that fast. But let's go up here. So I'm going to go ahead and we want to maximize this again. And so I'm like moving around, like trying to see if I can see everything with my mic here. Sorry. We're good with everything on the bottom. We understand like the flow over here. So we've talked about how to use our paperclip and how we can upload stuff and what's up with emojis and icons and those kind of things, and our GIF files and what we need to do over here for direct message and all the group and all that good stuff. I can touch more on groups later and how all that works, but the most important thing over here is going to be more the direct message than anything, so you stay on top of how to use that. Okay, so South Texas College, task complete, announcements up to date, your senior class. I want to take a look. Okay, what is this? Okay, we can see over here, I'm not going to do all this because it's a live class, but basically, if you needed to access, if this thing gets really long or you have to find something, obviously you could click on photos and videos, and it just shows you. It's just a quick way, like what's been posted. Whatever's been posted as a photo or video just shows up here. It's just a way to kind of keep it real clean. If there were any links posted or files posted, you can see all the files that I've posted. And then it'll show you the meetings. This is important because maybe you're in biology, or maybe you're in, music appreciation or American music or chemistry or, I don't know, college algebra or calculus, whatever the class is. And these things, a class is 16 weeks, in a regular session, fall or spring, and then our summer courses, 5 weeks and a few days, basically 5.5 weeks. So no matter where, or mini semesters where you might have a 7-week course, and sometimes there can be a lot of information, and while it might feel like information overload, we never mean it to be that way. We just want to try to keep things organized. So what Pronto has done to make that kind of simple is no matter how many photos or videos or links or files, that's basically where you're not having to scroll forever. You're just like, man, I know that the teacher posted something about, how to use honor lock, or posted something about how to do, solve this, equation, or how to mix this, that, or whatever. There's a little memo or something like that, or picture. So you're just coming up here to the icon, or it's call it a chart, call it an icon, call it 4 little boxes, whatever. Call it it's basically your media button where you're going to find all the media. Okay, so then while I'm not going to click the members, this would show everybody that's actually in the class. I won't do that in the live class. The notifications is going to show everything I've done. It's going to show everything that's been happening. So that's basically now it's going to have like you see the full media here. So like just setting the notification settings so that kind of like what's going on. Sorry, not really like, hey, this is it's not like where it's showing you everybody's click, liked, or hearts or any of that kind of stuff, but where we can set like what are you going to be like? Notify me for all messages or only mentions or nothing. Notify me for meetings. So basically, so you're setting your own notifications. We all set them. Teachers set them for me. We all set our own notifications. And just another way to get to all the media, just clicking through the media there. Options. While for me as the teacher, of course, I can enter a nickname. I can't change the group name if it's from the class. I can take members in a class and then create a new group for the class. And I control who is allowed to perform certain actions in this group. I can give some group settings to students if, in fact, we were doing stuff with groups. So I think the big thing in this in these features is just knowing, okay, like when you go to notifications, it's like, hey, look at all these cool things, options and members and notifications for yourself and media. It's a lot of really cool stuff. But you come back over here and you just click on photos and videos. You see it takes you just to photos and videos, but you have all the other stuff up here still. So you have like your links if there were any. You have your files like the HEIC, M4A, and the PDF. Your meetings will be listed, but then you can still head to the notifications, the members, the options. I mean, just really, really sweet. And I click one more time, and I can click files. Again, it takes me to the files shortcut, but you're seeing the full menu there. I click out of there, click back. Well, maybe another time. And I got, my, you've seen the group settings and how all that stuff can be changed, right? And we're taking a look at as much as we can anyway. Basically all these, different kinds of things. It's all your shortcuts to get to things. Now, the one thing, obviously, some of this is a little different when you click notifications. The notifications only, of course, takes you to notifications, as you can see here, right? But if I click back and I go, group settings, it shows members notifications. So while there's very, very slight differences, I mean, it's still pretty simple. Bottom line is you need to find something in the class that's been posted. Don't scroll forever. Look for photos and videos, look for files, and set your notifications on how you like it. And beyond that, just keep tinkering and having a good time with it. All right? Yay. Okay. So now we want to take a look at the movie video, like, start a meeting. Okay. I'm going to start a meeting now. This is a live class. I want to say, well, it might be inevitable that somebody wants to join. Maybe they'll want to meet me. It's like, hey, you're starting a meeting. It's a live class. Am I required to be there? Oh my gosh. And then, maybe I post this video up later for the class in some form or capacity in the class, or on my educational YouTube channel so that you can watch how to use all this stuff. All right, so I have the audio on and the video on. Let's start the meeting. Let's see if it works. We hope so. Okay, I'm going to put allow, and I'm going to put share screen, and I'm going to put Pronto. Okay, Chrome tab. Let's do that. We can share the window. We can share the entire screen. So Chrome tab is just going to be the Chrome tab. I just pick which tab I want to share. Window just shares, the window that I'm in. Entire screen's it's gonna give me everything. So you can see, like, from window to the entire screen is actually showing what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the Chrome tab. They all have their slight differences. Chrome tab, just the Chrome tab. Window is just the window. Entire screen shows the screen, but also the box that I'm in right now. So let's go back to the Chrome tab. Okay. So again, this is a live test meeting. So for anybody that does join, this is not required. No, I'm just testing out all the features, and then I'll edit and post for anybody that's just new to Pronto a little bit later. Okay, so it's live. It's recording. The very, very cool thing about this is it's just so easy to reach your professor. Where Pronto, it's very secure. It's there, you download the app on your iPhone or Android, or you just use the web browser. You got an emergency, you can send me a text message through Pronto, and I'm on it right away. I'm here to help. It's very robust. You can do audio calls. You can do live videos. You can, GIF, GIFs, HEICs, MP4s, waves, M4As. You can just ask quick questions. As I've demonstrated already, well, not on the live video. Before the live video, I was basically recording in my testing. I'm doing a screen recording of everything that it can do, and now it's like going live, just trying to show you. So I want to make sure everyone knows that I'm accessible, that I'm accessible and I'm here if anybody needs help. I can switch to observer. I can stop sharing the screen. I got my audio and video selections where I can change, what I'm doing. So, the chat, the participants. Okay, let me go back. So that's pretty much it for a live video. I mean, for the live video, I basically just started a live video I'm actually starting a live video on Pronto while I'm actually screen recording with another software, going through all the features. So if anybody jumps in, you're going to be a little bit lost. But basically, I'm just trying to test everything and then show you how to use things. Now I'm going to go ahead and stop all the recording business. So I'm going to stop sharing. Let's get out of here. I'm going to leave the meeting. Let's actually end. This meeting has ended. We'll get out of that. Mr. Schermerhorn ended the meeting. Okay, close the tabs, go back to Pronto. Okay, so just, again, really just testing. Now, I think the last thing, maybe I can do this on my phone with the meeting, but I want to be able to showcase everything, but some things maybe. The other thing that, at least I think you've been able to do it, I was going to double check. Maybe like a call. See if there's okay, so I see direct, group, join, send, create. I feel like that I've been able to do audio on here before, but unless I'm tripping, maybe I'm missing something. But of course, it's me just forgetting, So what if I just do this? But I'm curious on the phone as I'm like checking my cell phone, like, okay, if I want to go to my cell phone and let's see, well, I should finish this one first, but also check to see, can I, if I take my cell phone, I know I should be able to do that from a cell phone as well. So I'm gonna check that on my phone, but let me go ahead and start this audio. Again, just trying to test all the features, so just basically, this, instead of doing video, just straight up audio call. So like a phone call through Pronto. I think while I'm a super fan of emailing, like when like getting details in an email and sending like there's just some things that can be quicker accomplished through a quick phone call, where an email could take 2 or 3 days if you have to email back and forth a bunch. Obviously, the professor's job is to email back to the student within 24 hours. That's always our goal. But we can get inundated with a lot. We do our best to keep everything, keep up to date. A quick audio phone call on Pronto, it's great, or a video chat if, you need to talk through an assignment, or a quick text through, the Pronto secure instant messaging or text messaging app, whatever you want to call it there. So I'm stopping this now. I'm on a live audio call, but I'm also screen recording with other software here. I'm going to go ahead and leave. Just want you to know how simple and easy all this stuff is. Now, yes, I want to leave the meeting, but I want to end it. So you leave the meeting when you're, like if you're the host, you probably want to end the meeting. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure to end this since I'm the one that's actually starting the meeting. So if I were to leave the meeting, then I'd have to, I got to make sure I end it. So participants leave, host ends. Okay. Now I need to close that so it completely finishes out. And you can see like it lasted how many minutes and who was there or whatever. Yeah, so it looks like the same thing for the phone. So like when I open up my cell phone, I'm like, hey, can I, like, what's up with this? Can I do something? Like on my cell phone, this is the cool thing. I'm not seeing it here. I mean, maybe I'm missing it. If I miss it, I'll record another video. But when I go to my cell phone and I open up the same thing in the Pronto app, it does look different, obviously a little bit different because of the way the setup is in a cell phone. But I've got a microphone on the cell phone part of the app, and I can actually record something there. And I'm recording while I'm recording on my iPhone while I record a screen video with this amazing app, Pronto. Awesome. Check this out. So I just did that on my phone while I'm recording with screen software. The software is called it's ScreenFlow. I'm using ScreenFlow to record this tutorial video. And then I did a live video and a live audio, and then I used my iPhone just to record a quick audio. So, like, while I'm recording right now, it's running. A lot of minutes with different edits and takes or whatever. It's not not going to be that long. That's just mistakes and runs and like trying to figure stuff out. But using recording Pronto with this ScreenFlow here. And it's still running, but I thought I could show you real quick. Now I'm going to come back over. I'm going to make this full screen. Check it out. Let me press play. I'm recording while I'm recording on my iPhone while I record a screen video with this amazing app, Pronto. Awesome. Isn't that cool? Like voice messages. I feel like I'm probably missing it here. Maybe it's here and I'm missing it somewhere. But I think the cool thing with that, I mean, obviously, doing I don't want to watch another live one. Sorry about that. But on my phone, I go down to my phone and I look at all the icons on the phone. This is like what's really cool on the phone. It's like all the stuff that you have here. I'm just kind of showing it the camera real quick. I don't know, probably can't see it that great, but or I'm not holding it. I'm not even. It's like, can you see it? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Can you see it in any of these shots? Oh, it disappeared. Oops, didn't even see the right thing. But however you maybe can or can't see, or I'm getting it in the ballpark. On the phone, you've got where you can actually upload. You can upload a picture. You can take a picture. You can upload a video. You can take a video. It's a really cool thing with the phone. On the phone, you can do attachments. You can do the GIFs or if you want to say GIFs, and we can record memos, and you can do video calls and audio calls on the phone. I would definitely highly recommend using the phone application if at all possible, but the web browser works really darn awesome as well. So I'm gonna do a double take to make sure I think we got everything. It's a lot of stuff to test. And while it's a lot of details that may not apply to everybody, I think it's important to know how to use an app, how to use technology in its rawest form. So some of what I did today, I kind of prepared with some notes, but some of the other stuff that I was doing, I had samples, examples, and some notes, but also some live, typing here as would really happen between a teacher and a student. Although I'm saying hi, I'm still testing, that kind of thing, just something there. I'm about to add test document attachments. So, the last thing I really have to do is kind of, clean up everything since, I am done with the test. So since I'm done with the test, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete, kind of clean some things up here so that everybody knows in this class. Isn't that something I would normally recommend to record something like this from a live class? You want to record it before it goes live, or keep or maybe from a developmental shell. The thing about Pronto, you can't really do this kind of. I couldn't do this kind of tutorial in a development shell. Maybe I know I tried before. No success or luck there, but it'd be easier to do. I would recommend in this kind of tutorial typically to do it either on the day of the class. Either you do it before the class goes live, but where it's a private class. It's not yet been launched for any professors that make these kind of things. But because I got so many questions on the honor lock thing, I was like, man, I should talk about honor lock a little bit more, and then do it through Pronto so I can show hey, you can get a hold of me here to fix issues like you're having with honor lock. So, and I promise I'll make sure everything is fixed and good to go. All right, so let's go erase. We're just going to clean everything up here. Hello, I'm still testing. All right, another. We're just kind of really clearing things out of here. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff, right? You don't need to keep all the testing. All right. Clearing it all out. Clearing it all out. Clearing it all out. Okay. Very quick, clear. Let's get that note as well. All right, we're going to get rid of that screenshot. Don't need it for the class. We don't need the M4A. We're going to go ahead and cut that loose. We don't need this. We're going to go ahead and cut that loose. While I had a lot of fun with this video, everyone's already seen it. That was just a sample. You don't need to watch that video once just to know who I am and what I'm all about. That's all. You just want to get to know your professors, teachers, instructors. Want to know that we're real people too, and we enjoy our lives, and we're teachers, and we enjoy helping students grow. We're going to take that off because we don't need it. We don't need to keep all this. We're just slowly kind of getting rid of, just to get, because this is live. I don't want to make sure this is all good. Okay, we're getting all that out. So basically trying to clear everything out and then going back. Okay, cool. My first message, all good. Welcome to American Music, honor lock, more honor lock. I want to delete that last thing and then announce to the class. So I'm going to put at everyone. Pronto testing has been completed. And I'm going to go ahead and add another D just to show you how I can fix that. See when you actually misspell. So I'm on my Mac, and while I did this one on purpose, I can come over here and right click. Oh, yay, fixed. So kind of just a little fun thing if we're on a computer. At least that's for working on my Mac. I can do that. Pronto testing has been completed. I'm going to say thank you for your patience. Have a wonderful night. Let's double check that. Pronto, let's see if sorry, I'm moving around the mic because I'm not wearing a lapel. I'm just using a stand-up desktop mic today. But Pronto, let's see. Pronto testing has been completed. Thank you for your patience. Have a wonderful night. Well, I really mean that. Thank you. I hope this is helpful. I hope this tutorial helps somebody. While it's a lot of features, I tried to go through as much as I could in an expedient manner. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. It's like, man, did I misspell something? Did I get it all right? Is everything all good? Hey, it's all good. We got all the information, and the most important thing is all the information. All the information is there, and that it helps. If I can help one student or 100 students, 50 students, 1,000 students, I just want to be helpful to students, and I enjoy this. So next, we're going to take a look at some error messages that students might receive while trying to access Pronto. Let's take a look. We're going to the Start Here module. Click it, scroll down, and we're going to go ahead and go over to Pronto Instant Messenger. Let's see what happens when we click it here. And we get an error message. Okay, so this is a pretty common one. Welcome, Pronto is preparing your group chat for you. If you were recently added to the course, you may need to wait for the changes to take effect in Pronto. Please try again later. If you are unable to access Pronto for 24 hours or more, please contact your instructor. Okay, so this is pretty much the typical one. All this means is that the instructor just needs to click it inside the actual live course just once, and it's active and good to go. The other thing the instructor may want to do but is not required is they can use the Pronto dashboard, which can activate the Pronto chats as well. It can also set it for a group activity on or off. They can do the manual sync or set it to auto sync. These things aren't necessarily required, but it's another tool that the instructor can use. But the minimum is just for the instructor to click the live Pronto once it's got going, and really you're good to go. So this is one of the typical error messages that students might receive. Okay, let's close out of there and let's see. Okay, are there other error messages? Something else we can take a look at. All right, so we're going to close the start here. And we want to actually be able to, see that Pronto. Now, I actually clicked the Pronto from the professor mode or professor view, and I'm in an actual live class. Well, I'm not going to show any confidential information or student information, none of that kind of stuff. The next thing I can do is actually go ahead and enter student preview. And let's take a look from the student perspective. Okay, so I'm in the class, but now it is, preview mode. Cool. I've got an announcement. Maybe I want to click it. Kind of a good idea. The lay of the land. This is a percussion course. I teach different courses: music appreciation, American music, applied percussion 1, 2, 3, 4, percussion ensemble, drumline, world music, all kinds of cool, awesome, fun stuff. But the Pronto access, all the same. Okay. So we see, cool, everything's in the class, and I want to give this a whirl as though I'm a student. Go to Pronto Instant Messenger, and let's see if we get the same error message. Aha! See, it worked. Now, the trick here in terms of the Pronto, so I'm in student preview mode. Now, whether I do it in professor mode or student preview mode, the same flow would happen. So in this case, I would have gotten that error message right here. So enable notifications. Turn this off for now, but you definitely want to do that in your live class. Now I'm going to come back, and I want to show you another example in just a moment from the student preview mode where you're going to see the same thing, whether it's professor view or student preview mode or view. So let's close this out. And I'm going to reset this, and we're going to switch over to another class to take a look at that error message or possibly another error message. Okay, here we go. Let's jump in here. We want to take a look at another example or sample. So I'm in Fall 2024 MUSI 1310 KV2 American Music CBE, which is a competency-based education course. It runs for 7 weeks. It's going to start in October and run through December. And what I want to do is try to simulate the student experience of accessing Pronto. Do we get any error messages? Does it work? So let's do that now. I'm in professor mode or professor view. What I want to do is go to student preview. I'm going to start the student preview. So far, so good. All right. Now I'm going to scroll down to the start here. And in the start here module, we can see Pronto Instant Messenger. Let's give it a whirl. All right. So as you can see, when you're in student preview mode, we're still getting that error message. You see Pronto at the top, cool little image icon, and it's welcome. Pronto is preparing your group chat for you. If you were recently added to the course, you may need to wait for the changes to take effect in Pronto. Please try again later. If you are unable to access Pronto for 24 hours or more, please contact your instructor, and it gives you the reference code. So what we've done here is we've looked at the professor mode or view, and then of course student preview where we're getting this error message. Now, it's very possible and even likely that, when the student clicks on the Pronto that maybe hasn't been clicked by anybody other than the professor putting the tool in the class, that it's going to activate pretty quickly, probably by itself anyway. But typically it is a good idea for the professor to click it once in the live class just to make sure that this error message doesn't happen at all. I'm Professor Ron. See you in the next one. All right. Bye.